counting down the final seconds of the year. But just before that, everyone's attention is drawn to the TV for President Dmitry Medvedev's address. He'll sum up the last 12 months and wish the country a happy new year. And now we at RT invite you too to take part in this Russian tradition wherever you are in the world as the clock approaches midnight and the last few minutes count down here in Moscow on December the 31st, 2010.
Уважаемые граждане России,
citizens of
дорогие
Russia,
друзья,
friends,
совсем скоро,
very soon, as the Kremlin Tower chimes strike 12, 2010 will pass into history,
и вместе с
and
ним
with it the first decade of the 21st century.
Провожая старый год,
As we see the old year out, we remember its joyful and sad moments,
и надеемся, что следующий
and hope that next year will be good and successful for all of us
и для
and
всех.
for our country.
Мы будем вместе
We will build a
строить
modern Russia together, a
сильную,
strong, open
открытую,
and friendly country.
дружелюбную. У нас богатая и
We have a rich and ancient history,
и
and we are
мы
rightly proud of it.
гордимся. И в то же время
At the same time,
молодая
Russia
страна.
is a young country.
Напомню, что в
In the coming
наступающем
year,
году
it will be
ей
only
исполнится
20
только
years
20
old.
лет. Для государства это не
That
возраст.
is no great age for a country. But the
Родившиеся
children born in the new Russia have already grown up.
теперь и от них
The way
зависит.
we live in the second decade of this century will depend on them too.
И все, что мы делаем,
Everything we
мы
do,
делаем для
we
наших,
do for our children,
для того, чтобы они были
to make
здоровы,
sure that they are
чтобы у них в
healthy
жизни
and
все получалось,
successful,
чтобы
and
они
that the
жили
country
в
they live in is safe,
благополучной
prosperous,
и
and
счастливой
happy.
стране. Стране, где
A country that respects its elders,
сохраняют
cherishes its
нашего
multi-ethnic traditions,
многонационального народа, где стремятся к
that is
достижению.
committed to achieving new goals.
Уверен,
I am confident that is our future.
дорогие друзья,
Dear
у
friends,
новогоднего праздника
the
есть
New Year's holiday has its own unique
неповторимая
atmosphere.
атмосфера. Этот праздник
This holiday is
полон
filled with a
особой
special
теплотой
warmth and
и
sincerity.
искренностью. Через несколько
The
мгновений
new year will begin in just a few moments.
давайте
Let us
поздравим,
congratulate each other and
пожелаем
wish each other love and happiness in the coming year.
и пусть сбудутся
Let all our dreams come true.
с новым
Happy New Year
2011 годом.
2011.
Congratulations to Vladimir Putin for helping to thwart a future nuclear holocaust. From the Jesuits' own website, August 2nd, 2011, news. The underwater city has been destroyed. The death toll exceeds 1 million infants. Today we have accomplished a major victory in our war against the Jesuits. By launching a successful nuclear missile on the Jesuits' underwater city, we have eliminated at least 1 million future Jesuit soldiers that they would have used for a future nuclear holocaust against the world. The Jesuits create underwater cities for several reasons, one of which is to protect themselves when they launch a nuclear holocaust above ground where we live. The Jesuits plan to launch a nuclear holocaust probably within a year. I am sure that as part of their strategy, they planned right before their attack to use nuclear missiles to destroy key targets above ground. These key targets most certainly would have been Russia, with a special focus on destroying Vladimir Putin. Then they would target sections of the United States, focusing on areas where Brent Spiner, Matthew McConaughey, and Men Who Love Me live. They may have tried to hit Australia to get Hugh Jackman, or maybe England to get Gerard Butler. If you go to orderofthejesuits.com, you will see that we are all listed as their targets. The Jesuits would have used this nuclear holocaust to ensure that all their most dangerous enemies be eliminated. They would certainly aim their nuclear missiles at any place where I live. After their successful destruction of all lands where their key targets live, they would emerge from their underground or underwater cities, come above ground, and take over the world for Roman Catholicism, Jesuit style. Their military forces plan to go underground or under the ocean to protect themselves. while they launched their nuclear holocaust above ground. By eliminating this underwater city, we have made it more difficult for them to carry out their plans for a future nuclear holocaust against their key targets. I am certain that in the future we shall uncover more Jesuit underwater cities or underground cities. The Jesuits are an empire, the richest and most powerful organization on earth, a military organization in existence since the 1500s with a goal to world dominion. History shows us that when they rule with barbarity and cruelty, establishing concentration camps to torture and mutilate their enemies. With today's technology, they can keep a head alive while the rest of the body is dead, using blood-filled tubes to sustain the living head. I am certain this would be something they would use to torture their victims in their future concentration camps. See my novel Silver Skies, where I cover this somewhat. I give Vladimir Putin permission in advance to use the same military strategy that we used to accomplish today's victory in the future for any future Jesuit underground or underwater cities that we may uncover. I proclaim August 2nd in celebration of this major victory as Vladimir Putin Day in Russia, to honor Vladimir for his courageous decision to push that button to launch the nuclear missile that destroyed this dangerous Jesuit underwater city. I have played the Russian national anthem from our 2011 New Year celebrations to celebrate Vladimir Putin Day in Russia. We may extend this celebration this year into August the 3rd. The Jesuits now launch an attack against me using Tropical Storm Emily headed towards Florida, where I live. Use our military satellite practitioners to try to circumvent the HAARP, H-A-A-R-P, and satellite technology that the Jesuits use to direct this potential hurricane.